I remember so clearly the day I said to myself, I'm going to launch this website if it kills me. And that was right before I launched careerjockey.org. And the byline was ride your career hard so it doesn't ride yourself, so it doesn't ride you. The site was a hit. It really went off well, but getting that thing launched took so much. It, at the time, I was working a corporate job. I was director of IT for Subway's Purchasing Cooperative. I had like 12 people working for me. Um, I was busy. I was enjoying my work, and I had this side thing going on. I would come up and volunteer at Back on Track Network. It was a church-based organization that helped people that were out of work, and it was my way of paying forward what they did for me. I had been out of work a few times, and every time they provided me, the basic stuff, resume writing, interviewing skills, but more importantly, the support. Because when you go through job loss, let me tell you, it gets the worst of you. It can be very dark. And the emotional support, the camaraderie of other people that are going through that same painful job hunt, piece, other people that you can relate to and talk about what's your relationship at home with your spouse, was just huge for me. And that's why I volunteered to lead some of the groups. I would present a lot. It was really key for me. Now, I eventually joined the board of directors, and one of the things that I knew had to happen, especially me being technical, was we needed to make this great information that we presented at two locations at the time in Miami needed to get out. The internet was now becoming a thing, and Zoom and GoToMeeting, or Google Meeting wasn't a thing yet. But we had resources, we had presentations, we had a lot of stuff that could help job hunters. And so I went to the board and I go, hey, we've got to launch something that allows this stuff to go online. And it was like crickets. These people did not see it. They didn't have the same vision I had. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to start building it and I'm going to show them. So I built a proof of concept. It was a website, great blog articles. I was, taking advantage of a lot of the material I used when I presented, but then also material from other presenters. None of it was proprietary to Back on Track, but it was stuff presented by people that presented for us. And I presented it back to the board, same thing. They didn't see it. It was all crickets. And I said, you know what? I'm going to launch this thing if it kills me. And I did. And I launched it as Career Jockey. It was my own thing. And it was actually a blessing in disguise because it allowed me to take full control of it. I didn't have to report to anybody. And I did with it what I wanted. And surprise, it helped me launch this business. So this was, 2008, 2009. And before you know it, I had recruiters that worked with Back on Track, career coaches, interview writers. They said, hey, can you build a website for me? And I go, yeah, sure. And I started getting clients. And before you know it, launching Career Jockey was my first step towards launching this business. What I want to encourage you is if you have an idea for a business, something you've always wanted to do, don't just sit on it. I did this, but I waited until I was 50 before I launched this business. And that was really way too long to be waiting. I could have done it so much sooner. But, I had fear, I had things holding me back, fear of failure. I got to support my family, got to pay the bills. And I never turned back. The idea of going back into corporate for me just sounds like the worst thing I could possibly do. Now, I also want to tell you, I'm launching our Tech Empowered Business Owners. It's a great resource if you've got something you want to add to your business, something to help you do marketing, online courses, ways to get your content and make it available online. A great way to get past the headaches, the stress, the frustration of being someone who's just not familiar with technology and give you a head start in empowering your business with those kind of solutions. So just take a look at some of the things we have on this page. You can click there and learn more about this. Please do share with us your challenges when you were starting your business. What are the things that you would share with others that are thinking about it, toying with starting their idea, that could help them make a decision one way or the other?